comes your way next on Matt.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. And out will come the leader of this offense, and that, of course, is their signal caller.
After what we saw last week, over 400 yards passing, the obvious thing is to go talk to him. I want to talk to his receivers, and boy, were they enthusiastic about what happened then, and they can't wait for this week's game.
He was hitting him outside, over the middle, everywhere, and for his efforts, of course, AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Mayberry. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off at the 23. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
So out comes the Washington offense onto the field.
And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. I thought the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 24 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
A fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A huge play there for Washington.
We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he slides to a halt inside the 10. Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
Be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. From the gun, Swan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. A tough time to take the sack. Now it's 4th and goal, and that's a loss of 6.
But it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Stevenson now is going to bring this out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held him to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, Mayberry. And his pass incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
On 1st and 10, Swan. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That catch for his career is number 589, so 11 away from 600, but it also right now ties him with Hall of Famer Fred Biletnikoff.
And we remember Fred Biletnikoff well because of the way he went about his business in catching the football. And we're seeing something similar here. Someone who runs precise routes, has excellent hands, and knows how to get the ball to the end zone.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And now here's a carry heading left. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to fourth down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. And now here's a carry heading left. He can't get him down. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. 2nd down at 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Looking to throw. Mayberry. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown! A great play there. With touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now on the return here, we've got an injured player down there. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
On third down, Swan. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
hands it off out of the gun.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do, and right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's the Raiders punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Now a fair catch called for and made right on the 45-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. So out comes Washington's offense to take over.
It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
6 yards left on 2nd down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Swan. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Off the play fake. Swan. That's complete to Cobb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Swan. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Now they try the right side here. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Mayberry. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Back to throw. Mayberry. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he's a long ways into Washington territory before hitting the turf.
It's a big play there for Vegas.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
Yeah, and this is a case of improper form from a tackling perspective, because when you get ready to go up against a back like this, everyone has to be able to understand you've got to be able to slow him down and let the cavalry come to the rescue. They were nowhere to be found that time, though, and this winds up being a big play.
And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Operating from the gun, Mayberry. Now he stepped, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's 21-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Sullivan. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Now we get another look at Washington on offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now a handoff as they run left side. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. Looking to throw. Swan. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. A huge play there for Washington. Defender was right there in his shorts. Is that one of those situations as a DB where you just tip your cap and say, nice catch?
Well, you're supposed to, but a true competitor, he's not tipping his cap at all. He's upset he still didn't make the play. If it's a 50-50 ball or a moment of truth, he's got to win more than his fair share of them as well.
Probably especially angry because if it was incomplete, would have been 4th down.
Exactly.
And to give this time to the tailback. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the power run out of the bag and got a couple extra yards with it. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Washington on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Back to throw. Swan. Eluding the pressure, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And Washington able to close the gap just a bit. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go. His first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. That time a 6-play drive, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Stevenson now, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to.
By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him, complete. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw to the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. On first down, Mayberry.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off at the 11, and the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Swan. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin with an always physical one in the NFC East. Heated rivals, Dallas and Philadelphia, at it again. And it's the Cowboys who are out in front. The Cowboys seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. From there, we're off to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Buccaneers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And in that one, it's the visiting Giants who have the lead. The Giants locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And it's been the passing game that's been the story. They have feasted on this secondary to the tune of 200-plus yards already through 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for Washington, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Sullivan. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And the ball on the 30, here's 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. Swan.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 32. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing. They're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And they look to cash in. Excellent field position. 4-yard line, first and goal. Now Thomas. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Back to throw. Mayberry. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Sullivan. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Swan. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So here's a first and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left. Shoves him aside. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. And let's check on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Looking to throw. Swan firing quickly here, and that's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Back to throw. Swan. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up fourth down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Washington going to send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
Throwing on first down. Mayberry. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
To throw on second down. Mayberry. He's going to loft it. Deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down. Mayberry. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there for the Raiders.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Mayberry. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And boy, this burgundy and gold defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Mayberry. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They go play action here on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he gets it back into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery leading to a Washington touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark. No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies. Now the try here for the extra point. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback.
Let's go.
The Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Raiders with the lead and the football here as we get ready to start quarter number 4. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The Raiders on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Wide open receiver complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Now they try the right side here. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a dump off here complete, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Mayberry. And that is incomplete. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is. Right, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Washington ready to try again on offense. Their defense was able to hold serve, albeit with a little help from that missed field goal as they settle in now 1st and 10.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. On 1st and 10, Swan.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth-quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Sullivan.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big. After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
A pass there over the middle to start things out. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Swan. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Swan. And he fires one incomplete.
Washington on 3rd down.
3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. From the gun, Swan. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Swan. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Looking to throw. Swan. It's caught. Baldwin. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Back to throw. Swan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Going for it all. And that is incomplete.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Raider D, they get the football back. Well, certainly not the way that they were hoping that possession would end, failing to convert on 4th.
And now they've got to make sure that they keep their poise, they keep their confidence. Just because it didn't work once doesn't mean if they get that same situation later that they shouldn't go for it again. The defense feels great, but the offense, they can't be despondent.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Now a handoff as they run left side.
And this is going to be a Raiders first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Las Vegas,
their very slim playoff hopes remain as they move to 6 and 7 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Mile High to take on the Broncos.
Meanwhile, for Washington,
you wonder what this will do to their playoff prospects as they fall to 8 and 5. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.